Okay, well, I finished up the noodles and they're perfecto. Look at that, guys. And whatever leftover flour you have, you want to put in there. Not too much. And you can make your broth thicker just by putting in a little bit of flour, but you want to make sure when we get to that, I'll tell you. Because there have been many times where I have ruined the soup. So I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to check the chicken. I believe the chicken's done, so. And if you have a husband that wants to gain weight, be prepared to get messy. So I'm gonna, there's the chicken breast. I'm gonna let these cool because you can see the steam coming off of them. I'm gonna let those cool before I cut it up. So I'm gonna put those aside. And now this is the time where you want to put your potatoes in with the soup. Alright. Make sure you stir it up. It's looking really gorgeous. I'm gonna show you guys I'm gonna show you what this looks like now. What the soup is looking like with your onions, your carrots, your celery, your potatoes. It's looking pretty darn good, guys. We are going to add more bouillon. We're going to add more bouillon because it definitely needs it. So I'm going to add probably about 5. I'm going to add 5 bouillon, and from there on I will test it out. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, now I normally would add some seasonings in the beginning. I'm going to put a little, I don't know that I'm going to put salt in. I will taste it after the bouillon's in because that's salty enough. So I'm going to put in some garlic powder and some onion powder. If I can find it. And you can add pepper if you want. Every time I add pepper, I make it a little too spicy, so I'm not going to add pepper. So you can always add pepper afterwards. So I'm going to put in garlic powder. And now we got the onion powder. Okay, the potatoes have been in. I should probably put my ring back on at this point. The potatoes have been in for about 10 minutes now, maybe? So I'm going to add the noodles because you want to give plenty of time for the noodles to cook. So you might as well start doing that while the chicken is cooling. So, and I would just dump them in. You want to put in a little at a time so they don't stick together. And right now I'm loosening them up a little bit. So. And just sprinkle them in like you're, because you don't want them to stick together. That's just not good. And I made a decent amount. I made about 3 dough balls and made noodles out of them. And I'm about halfway done with putting noodles in, so I'm going to stir this up a little bit so it can, do its thing. A little bit at a time. You don't want them sticking, so stir it just to make sure the noodles aren't sticking or anything. And they are going to float to the top once you start stirring it, so that's the hard part. So once you start floating to the top, you're going to stir it every time you put a little bit in so they don't stick. Like I said, I love lots of noodles. Last time I made this, I didn't make enough noodles. I was a little disappointed. So you can put an extra of whatever you want, depending on what you love. I know some people love potatoes, carrots, celery. It's all up to you. It's coming out perfect, guys. Perfect. Alright. So, we got all the noodles in, so we're going to let those cook. We'll let you guys see what it looks, let them cook and see. Oops, sorry. See how pretty that is? And see, you're going to want to taste this before you put up the chicken and put the chicken in here. So you want to let the noodles cook for a little while. So it's pretty gorgeous. But so yeah, you're going to want to taste it before you put the chicken in, so you can add more bouillon if you need to. Which I think I might have enough to do. Alright. Okay, I am running dishwasher, and a good rule of thumb, try to clean while you're cooking. So that way it's not a big mess. My kitchen was already a mess, so don't matter. So I'm going to cut the chicken up now. And we got the noodles in there. I put about the right amount of bouillon in, so I'm going to cut the chicken up now. It might be a little fall apart more. So, yeah. You can cut it up into little squares, you know.
What?
Pretty nice. Pretty good. It's scrumptious. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut up the chicken and then we'll put it in the pot. Okay, I have cut up the chicken, and so now I am going to put it in the pot. So this is a pretty filling meal. Very filling. You got tons of noodles, tons of chicken, decent amount of carrots, celery. I like it all. This is one of my favorite meals ever. Okay, we're going to show you the soup.
Look at that, okay?
See, alright, there we go. Perfecto. And the video doesn't show you, but it is gorgeous. You got chicken, you got carrots, you got potatoes, you got celery. That is a healthy soup. And it's more of a stew than a soup. But now I'm just going to let that cook. I want the noodles to finish cooking. I put the chicken in. Once I knew the noodles were almost done cooking, you can test the noodles. You just don't want them doughy on the inside because it is not a good taste. So just make sure you continue to stir it, guys, because if you don't stir it, it will burn the bottom. And just because the bottom, like with normal like meats and stuff, you know, let's say you're making a meatloaf and you burn the bottom, you can still salvage the rest. Well, that is not the case with chicken soup. You burn the bottom and the whole batch tastes burnt. It doesn't matter if it's not, it will taste burnt, it will smell burnt, and it will be disgusting. So make sure you continue to stir that. And it's really, really good. So I will show you the end product when it is done. Alright guys, it is done and it is good. This is my chicken soup. So I love it. You've got the noodles, the celery, the chicken, the carrots. It's just really, really, really yummy. I'm going to let it cool off before I eat, but I wanted to show you. So remember, very easy to make, kind of time consuming, but everybody loves it and it's good. I hope you guys enjoy it and I hope you try it out. If you try it out, let me know how it comes out. I will talk to you later.